All right, our next fight, Rod, is at the flyweight division. Kaya France versus Cody Garbrandt. This is Cody Garbrandt's first fight at 125. Let's talk about that first, really quick. What do you feel about that? How you feel about him dropping down to 125?
Man, I think this is a good move for him. Cody Garbrandt's one of those guys he's always, I mean, since he got the title, he's always been up there in that top 5 contention range. He has all the tools he needs to be a good fighter. I mean, you've seen him get caught a couple times being over aggressive, but all the mistakes he makes are correctable. They're things that he can go in the gym, work on, come back, get stronger from it, and move his career forward in that sense. Kai France, man, that's a tough kid too. That's a tough first fight to get in a new weight class. But I'm not gonna lie though, I like Cody. I like Cody in this fight a lot. I think Cody has the better boxing. Kai's tough. Kai's very tough, but I can see Cody getting it done here. I think this goes the over. I think I can see a decision win for Cody. I think he win 2 rounds to 1. But Kai France is no walk in the park. This is gonna be a really good fight from start to finish. Definitely action packed. Lots of heavy hands being thrown. We might see some wrestling scrambles.
Yeah,
I'm excited for this one as well, man.
Yeah, there's gonna be scrambles. There's gonna be back and forth, hand-to-hand combat. It's gonna be a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're gonna use every weapon that they have. Alpha Male's hot right now too. I feel like Alpha Male's as a camp, they're doing really good. Cody is ranked number 7 at 135. Kai France ranked number 6 at 125. When I heard that this fight was announced, I was pretty excited. I was like, okay, this is going to be a good fight for Cody to start off, but also really interesting for the fans because it's not an easy fight. Kai France has got good stand-up. He's got good boxing. He's coming off that TKO win of Rogerio Bontorin. Yeah, but I have Cody too, actually. I have Cody. I've seen a little bit more from him that impresses me than Kai France. I just don't think he's going to have the power that Cody has. Now, we've seen TJ drop from 135 to 125, and he didn't blame it on the weight cut, but I did. I feel like that just was not a weight for him. So if Cody can just make this a smooth transition, and it's really, for me, it comes down to that weight. So I won't really know until I see him weigh in, but as of right now, based on the skills and based on his resume, I'm going to go with Cody Garbrandt. I'm going to go with the decision as well. I think that's a safe bet. If Kai France does win this, how do you see him winning? Is there any chance for him? And if there is, what's his best way out?
I think for Kai France, if you're fighting a guy like Cody Garbrandt, right? A guy that's a perennial title contender, as we mentioned. His last loss is to Rob Font, who's a very tough guy, potentially getting that title eliminator fight with Jose Aldo. You already know this kid's not a walk in the park. I think if you're Kai France, the number one game plan is to get Cody to become a brawler. You got to get him to trade with you.
Yeah.
And you got to get him to overcommit on a lot of things. I mean, we've seen that being a recipe for Cody to lose a lot of fights. You've seen it in the TJ Dillashaw fight 2 times. You've seen it in the
Pedro Munoz.
The Pedro Munoz fight. That was another one where he just gets over aggressive and he leaves a lot of openings. I think if you're Kai France, man, you got to look for those moments. You got to build that animosity. You got to get in there and just make it a dogfight. But Kai also has the wrestling pedigree as well. He has the ground game, the toughness to really make this a fight in other areas as well. So I mean, overall, Kai France, you gotta go out there and you gotta just make it a tough fight for Cody. Make him fight with emotion rather than his head. But I like what you said though about Cody. I think the weight cut, I think that's a big factor in this fight as well, because when you cut weight, obviously you're giving off a lot more than just you're cutting a lot of weight, so your body's a little shrunken. You don't have enough water in your system. Can you rehydrate fast enough? Can you get back in the octagon feeling full and healthy? That's another story for Cody. I think another part of this as well is can Cody recover fast enough so he can get in the octagon at full strength? Because that will be a very, very interesting point in this fight.
So that's our pick right there. We both got Cody Garbrandt with a decision win, but either way, it's gonna be a sick fight. You gotta tune into this one. It's gonna be back and forth action.